What's up, guys? It's Noble here from Jolly Roger Airsoft, and today we are starting our bi-monthly series, The Kit Corner, where we bring you our loadouts to try and inspire you and show you things that work well for us. Now, this is my Apocalypto loadout that I wore to our Apocalypto event, which is essentially a post-apocalyptic role-playing game that we had in the backyard. A lot of fun, good turnout. And I really got to give props to Voodoo. He did a great job putting all that together, and I really had a blast.
You know, you kind of owe me.
So the goal of this loadout is really just not to look like a super tacked out operator seal kind of thing. You want to look like you are in the apocalypse, like you are running around finding things, putting together whatever you have, and making a loadout out of it. You know, you want to look at all these apocalyptic movies like Book of Eli, Mad Max, stuff like that. And try and emulate that, try and, not be super tacked out. Because this is not an event where Operator is cool. Operator is not cool at Revelations or Apocalypto or any apocalyptic kind of gameplay. You get points for being creative, and innovative, and doing things that, make you look like you're in the apocalypse. And it really helps with the immersion of everybody else. And if everybody looks like they're in the apocalypse, the experience is really amazing. It's, stunning. So, here's my kind of lazy attempt at it. This was the Apocalypto gameplay from this Sunday. I will not be wearing this to Revelations, the big deal, December 14th and 15th at Ballahack Airsoft, so check out their Facebook page for more info on that.
The best potato chips in the world.
In my hands I have the M14, just because it's a nice kind of apocalyptic look, classic, not something you see every day. It's not a super tacked out M4, but, very cool. If this gun had been shooting well, I would have used it, but we're having it in here for repairs. And I picked it up because it looks cool with the apocalyptic theme. M14, it just has that unique feel about it. So that's the gun. I have nothing else to say about it. My chest rig here is just a standard chest rig with built-in magazine pouches. You can find ones like this on just about every airsoft store for pretty cheap, around 20 bucks. So it's a very cost-effective way to really not look like you're trying too hard, but still have a good, solid way to carry your magazines securely. And it gives you a lot of tactical flexibility without breaking the bank, which is always a plus. So in here, I have a couple mags in these two pouches, and I have my pistol in this pouch just because I don't like drop leg holsters for my pistols because I'm always kneeling somewhere or down somewhere, and it gets stuff all in the pistol. I prefer to have it up on my chest. That way I can grab it, and I can just touch it to make sure it's still there because, frankly, pistols are expensive, especially good ones, and I don't like losing them, and magazines especially. Magazines are the real expensive ones. So, with it right up here, I'm just more comfortable with that. I highly recommend a pistol for a game like this. Pistols are very, very, very good to have. They're small, concealable, and really they're just ready for whenever you're walking around and don't want to have to carry your rifle all the time. You can just have your pistol. Unfortunately, mine wasn't working, but I wish it was because it would have made life a lot easier, and I wouldn't have had to melee kill Clayton with my hands. I could have just shot him, which would have been nicer. So I highly recommend a pistol for these kind of games, even if you think that they're not totally very useful in large-scale standard military scenarios. Apocalyptic games, pistols are great, especially these role-playing type of games. So, highly recommend a pistol of any kind, spring, gas, blowback, just have something. So, for my shirt, I'm just wearing a old BDU top. You can find these at any surplus store or just around from parents and closets and stuff like that. So, it's not far-fetched to think that you could find a military jacket in the apocalypse. And you can wear whatever you want as a top. It doesn't have to be green or tan, but I prefer to stick to green, tan, brown because I have a little sense, and that doesn't disappear in the apocalypse, so I'm going to find something that's green or brown. And I'm going to try and camouflage myself a little bit, especially if I know I'm going to be going into a combat scenario. Oh my god, Torch. Continuing on, I have my hat, which is just a standard ball cap. You can wear any kind of headgear. Cowboy hats are actually really cool to wear, but I just have a baseball cap for this loadout. Eye Pro, safety glasses, goggles, depends on what the arena requires, but do what you gotta do there. Yeah, it's not as important to maintain the apocalyptic look unless you really want to, in which case, good for you. I also highly recommend a shamag or bandana. I don't have mine with me, but I do like having those around. And the bandana just kind of gives me the feel, but you'll see that in future loadout videos, so I'm not actually going to go too far into that.
So, you make a shelter, you're sharing it with me.
Moving on down, on my waist here, I have a roly-poly dump pouch in kayaki in khaki tan, coyote brown, whatever. Roly-poly dump pouch. On my right side here, I have a holster with my tomahawk in it. I like having melee weapons. Some places don't let you have melee weapons or use them, but I still carry it just because I like having the tomahawk on me no matter what. It, I don't know. It's a part of me. It's a part of my loadout, and I always love it. And if you've seen any of my videos, you always see the tomahawk. I've never done one without a tomahawk. I usually keep my dead rag in this pouch here on the holster. And I also took some knee pads from a dead skater somewhere out there in the Apocalypto, so I'm wearing those just so I'm comfortable when I'm kneeling down. You do what you gotta do, and it's gun comfortable enough in the Apocalypse. For my pants, I'm wearing jeans, so just standard blue jeans. You can rip them up if you want. I didn't for these because I don't have that many pairs of jeans, and it's just one Saturday. So, jeans, really good, but I also recommend hiking pants in tan or khaki stuff, or, you know, OD green Boy Scout pants work very well. Just anything that really works. I'm not a big fan of shorts, especially for these events, but I always prefer pants whenever I'm going out in the woods, so that's just me.
Is it recording? Let's see. There should be a red dot in front. Yeah, it's recording. There's a little red dot right there.
Alright, so that ought to do it for this episode of the Kit Corner. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. Happy to hear them. I love hearing your comments and feedback. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see some more of this kind of stuff, this apocalyptic stuff. Next Thursday, we'll be putting up Apocalypto Part 2. So if you're wondering how I got out of my brokenness and you know, everybody hating me, watch Part 2, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, very fun day. Got a lot of great footage from that one. Next Monday we return with the staging area, and after that we start getting into rev prep, so that'll be fun. Thank you for watching. I got nothing else. Peace out. What is up, guys? It's Noble here from Jolly Roger Airsoft, and today we're going to be going over our... Well, actually, let me start that over. What's up, guys? It's Noble here from Jolly Roger Airsoft, and today we are going to be beginning our series called The Kit Corner, where we bring you loadouts every 2 weeks or something like that. Bi-monthly is what it's called. Bi-monthly. Okay, let's try it again. Now, for this loadout, the goal was to really not look too, you know, non-apocalypto. Alright, so that ought to do it for this episode of The Kit Corner. What am I saying? Alright, so that ought to do it for this episode of The Kit Corner. Make sure if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. Love to hear them. Love to give you feedback or hear the feedback from you all. Yeah. Okay. One more time. Got this. Second time today. Who's texting me? Torch is texting me. I'm ignoring him because I'm doing work. But he can hear me.